question on the table is, what is considered a successful season for the Chicago Bears? So let's talk about what's going on, y'all. Faiz Sports Style back at it with another video talking, of course, Matt, I felt here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, hit the big red subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms, guys, and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so let's get into this here. So you see the question, what do I mean by this? Well, think about it like this, right? If you're a team like, let's say, the Rams, the Bucks, the Bills, your successful season is probably a Super Bowl because your roster is to that level. You've got that type of expectation, and it's pretty much Super Bowl or bust, championship or bust. Other teams, maybe in the middle tier, they're probably thinking, we just want to make the playoffs. Some other teams are probably thinking, we just want to be above 500. So it varies across team to team, obviously. So what is it for the Bears, right? What is it for the Bears? So to me, thinking about this very, very much, thinking about this long and hard, I basically said to myself, this has nothing to do with wins or losses for me. Absolutely nothing. I could care less about that. Why? Because I know the Bears are in a rebuilding year. They're not expected to be very good. All right? This Bears team is not going to win the Super Bowl. Realistically speaking, we know that, right? Realistically speaking, they're not winning the Super Bowl. They're probably not making the playoffs either. And so when you take those things into account and you come to the grips of the reality of the situation, what does success mean for this team? And to me, it's really just one thing. If this one thing happens, everything else is secondary. And it was a successful season. What is it? It's Justin Fields proving that he's the franchise quarterback. If Justin Fields proves this year he is the answer long-term for the Chicago Bears, it was a successful season. I don't care if the Bears would go 0-17, lose every single game. If Fields proves that, this was a successful season. I might be thinking, Faiz, how could Fields prove that and the Bears lose every game? Well, it could be other factors, right? The defense is terrible. They lose every close game. Like, whatever the case is, you get my point here. I'm basically telling you, wins and losses don't matter. It's just about the development of Justin Fields. If he proves he is the guy moving forward for this team for the long term, right, for the next 10 years, success. And you can prove that in the season. Remember, Lamar Jackson won MVP in his second year. Justin Herbert in his rookie year proved he is the guy, the franchise quarterback for the Chargers for the long term. So you can prove that. Now, here's the thing. Is it all or nothing? No. If Fields makes incremental improvements to where I think, and we as the Bears fan base thinks that he is on the way to becoming a franchise quarterback, like you see the development, you see the improvement, that also would constitute as success, but obviously not to that extent, right? Fields either has to show he's the guy moving forward or he's on the way to becoming the guy moving forward. Because we know he wasn't given a lot this year in 2023. We have a lot more to give Justin Fields. But if Justin Fields just shows he is on that way, or he shows he is that guy, it's a successful season, people. Because to me, nothing else matters. And I'm being hyperbolic a little bit, but really not, because if you really just think about it, every team in the NFL that is a Super Bowl contender of some sort, they have an elite quarterback. You don't win jack in this league without a Super Bowl. You don't win anything in this league without an elite quarterback. You don't win a Super Bowl in this league without an elite quarterback. And so it's very, very, very crucial that you get one. And so that's why it matters to me that Fields proves that he is the answer moving forward. And that's success for me. You know, you could think about, hey, what if our young guys improve in Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker, and, you know, maybe Velus Jones Jr. Yeah, all of that is nice, right? And you'll have those core pieces, but the main piece is the quarterback. Main piece is the quarterback. So to me, that's what matters. Now, other Bears fans might think, hey, Faiz, what if the Bears win 7 games, 8 games, and they overachieve from what their projected win total was? Yeah, sure. Maybe you could consider that a success, but to me, it's still not as important. Like, think about it like this. Let's say the Bears win 8 games, 7 games, based off of, and 7 is not really that great, 7 and 10. Let's say they win 8 games or 9 games based off of their defense being really good, or the run game, or some other reason. The coaching is fantastic, but Justin Fields is average or mediocre and you don't have faith that he's the long-term answer, it's still not that great of a successful season for me. So do you guys kind of get where I'm trying to get at here? Is like, it all depends on number one, the quarterback. So to me, that's where it starts and ends for me. And that's what I'm going to be looking forward to this season, folks. So let me know what you guys think, man. I know for a lot of Bears fans, it's win-loss record. There's a number that they're looking at. For me, it's not that. It's just about Justin Fields proving that he's the guy or he's on the way to being the guy. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always.